Have you ever wanted to take a macro photo of something, but you did not have access to those high quality expensive macro lenses? Don't worry, cause in this video I am going to show you an alternative and really affordable way to take macro photos. And it is by using a close-up filter. So what is exactly a close-up filter? It's a piece of glass like your other lens filters which you attach in front of your lens and it acts like a magnifier. This filter lets you get closer to the objects beyond the minimum focusing distance of your lens. So what does this mean? For example, my Sony FE85mm lens has a minimum focusing distance of 80 cm. But if I attach this +4 close-up filter to the front of my lens, it lets me get as close as to 20 cm to a subject. Let me show you an example. This is a headshot portrait which I shot using the Sony FE85mm lens, and this is as close as possible I could get to her head, and it gave me a headshot portrait of my model. But in this iPhoto which you are seeing, I attached my close-up filter to my Sony FE85mm lens, and it lets me to get as close as possible to take a beautiful macro shot of her blue eyes. Let me show you another example so you can see how useful these cheap close-up filters can be for you. I am on the Sony FE85 lens, and if I try to get close to the watch, you see that it gets out of the focus because the minimum focusing distance of this lens is 80 cm. So I have to take the shot from here, and if you see that we have a general photo of this watch, and if I try to get close and crop on the photo, we do not have much details. Now I have put on the close-up filter on the Sony FE85. I have changed the autofocus to manual focus because I have a better control in this way. I should say that you can also use the autofocus with this close-up filter, but I prefer to use manual focus for better control. And because we get close to the subject, we have a really shallow depth of field. I increase the f number so the depth of field becomes higher, and we have a higher depth of field and more detail. And because of that, I need to increase the ISO, and as you see, I am on the ISO 3200. And in this way the photo becomes a little bit noisy, as you see here if I zoom on the photo. But I have a solution for this, and it is by using a tripod. You put the camera on a tripod and turn on the self timer. Then you can decrease your shutter speed and decrease your ISO. Now as you see, I took a shot and we have a very beautiful and clean shot with so much details, as you see. And here is a side-by-side comparison of those photos. Look how close we could get with the close-up filter, and we have so much details in the shot, and we can really use it as a macro photo. These close-up filters have different power levels. For example, the one I have here has a +4 power level, and if I put it on my Sony FE85mm lens, it changes the minimum focusing distance from 80 cm to 20 cm. There are other power levels of these close-up filters like +8 and +10, and they let you get really close to those tiny objects and get a big picture of them, but the quality of those close-up filters are not really satisfying, and you'd better go with a real macro lens. You can attach these close-up filters to the most of the lenses in the market, but if you want to know how close you can get to an object with different focal lenses, there is an online website which is a calculator, and it helps you to understand how close you can get to an object with your specific lens by using these close-up filters. You can easily type the specifications of your lens, for example the focal length and the minimum focusing distance, and also the power level of your close-up filter, and the website would calculate it for you how close you can get with this close-up filter with your specific lens. The brand of this close-up filter which I have here is Zomei, and I got the 77mm filter thread size for around $12. Other sizes of these filters are a little bit more or less expensive, but overall the price of them are under $15, which makes them a really cheap solution compared to buying a real macro lens. But something important which you should be aware of by using a close-up filter is that you will not get those high quality tack sharp photos which you get by using a premium macro lens. But overall at this price, I am really amazed by the results I get with this close-up filter. Guys, I hope this video was useful for you, and if you liked it, please do not forget to press that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, cause that would be highly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next videos.